welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. This week there is only one big release and that is Liger. Let's take a look at it. Liger is another of those films that make you wonder what were the filmmakers thinking. Did they really believe that the audience will digest anything, no matter how nonsensical it is, that is thrown their way? Or did they make it because it was a long cherished project? We may or may not have the answers to those questions, but no denying that Liger is one big fat turkey. You watch it in disbelief as the film assumes that the audience has an IQ as low as the film itself. In which universe does a mother who runs a tea stall in Mumbai walk into a coaching center and say, I want my grown-up son to become the MMA national champion? MMA, by the way, stands for Mixed Martial Arts. Also, Liger stands for a crossbreed between lion and tiger. Fairly cringeworthy, but also the least cringeworthy thing in the film. The tiger in question here is the mother, Balamani, played by Ramya Krishnan, whose lion, as in a husband, was an MMA fighter who died before achieving glory. More often than not, she is thundering like Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. From Karimnagar, she moved to Mumbai so that her son Liger, played by Vijay Deverakonda, can train and become an MMA national champion. He can land punches and kicks alright, but he also stutters and that is made to look like a parody. They find a coach, played by Ronit Roy, but they can't afford the fees. But Mama finds a way of emotionally maneuvering the coach to do it pro bono. The coach warns him to stay away from girls and you know exactly what is coming, but you don't know how bad it is going to be for your senses. Tanya, played by Ananya Panday, is a wannabe social media queen posting pictures and counting followers by the hour, which might be a good enough reason to stay away from her. But it is she who pursues him like a woman on a mission, and the film not only goes downhill after that, it digs the surface and goes way below it. After they fall in love and sing a couple of songs, she realizes that he has a stutter problem and dumps him. That whole sequence is so appallingly shoddy that the thought of throwing my rainy sandals at the screen did cross my mind more than once. Then there is Mike Tyson, who plays the role of Mark Anderson, a legendary MMA fighter whom Liger idolizes. I don't know why Mike Tyson could not play Mike Tyson. Whatever his name is, that whole fight and his acting is to be seen to be believed. It's a disaster of Tyrannosaurus proportions. If all that was not enough, after the tame climax, there's a song that makes you believe that there is more to come. But then the credits start rolling, making you wonder if the filmmakers thought that the audience would love a song after being subjected to such drivel. The manner in which the protagonist's stammering is depicted and the jokes around it are not funny at all. Add to it, all the characters themselves are completely ho-hum, leaving no scope for any redemption. Of the cast, much like the film, there's nothing much to write home about except Ronit Roy, who is spot on as the coach. Now at one point in the film, Ananya Panday's character Tanya says, I can't deal with this anymore. I was delighted and relieved that someone spoke on my behalf. I'm going to go with 1 out of 5 stars for the new movie Liger. And now let's take a look at an OTT recommendation. Well, there is a film streaming on Amazon Prime. It's called 13 Lives, directed by Oscar winner Ron Howard, who has made films like Apollo 13. He also won an Oscar for A Beautiful Mind. He also made Frost Nixon. Basically, he's an accomplished filmmaker. Now, 13 Lives is inspired by a true story that happened in Thailand, where 12 boys and a young coach, they got stranded in a cave which got flooded during unseasonal rains. They were almost 2 kilometers deep inside the cave and there was no way for them to come out. As I said, it's based on a true story and Ron Howard has done full justice to the film with some excellent acting as well in it, including Colin Farrell. It is a 2.5-hour film, maybe a little bit long, but the story is absolutely gripping and the climax might just make you jump out of your seat the way the boys were saved. I'm going to go with this recommendation for this week. Do check out a film called 13 Lives. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. And that's all we have for you this week. If you have any feedback, do write into us. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in. And I'll be back with you next week with more movies and more movie recommendations. Till then, it's goodbye from me.